From starting my YouTube channel back in last August, to then reaching over 2,000 subscribers in less than 6 months. Life on the outside seems great, but that isn't always the case. Recently, I've been struggling with life a little bit. It could be my absence of my YouTube grind, not reaching my gym goals, but ultimately the root problem of not creating action to the things I know I should, and hence makes me feel underachieved to a day-to-day basis. So let's learn how to be happy today, with the 6th one being the most important lesson I've learned. Purpose is what creates a sense of direction, creates fulfillment, meaning, and create goals worth reaching for. Knowing what you want to achieve and why it matters to a person is completely subjective, and everyone has their individual ambitions. For me, I've discovered that content creation has been a passion for me. Even though I haven't been in this space for too long, I enjoy every bit of the process. To the scripting, the shot list, the voiceover, the filming, the late night editing, and the satisfaction and relief right after I hit publish. I feel like YouTube as a platform has connected with who I am, expressing my opinions and creatively make these videos. This is everything I have ever dreamed of ever since I was a kid, so thank you. As much as finding our purpose and pursuing our dreams is important, this is important too. I think whatever we are trying to pursue, we should think of it as if we are an athlete. In order for us to produce the best work, we need to have enough nutrients, keep track of our sleep schedule, physically train, and also take rests necessary for work. For me, going on short errands in the city, listening to music, hanging out with friends, and reading are ways I release that stress. Then, when it's game time, all those little factors add up to produce our best performances, and is the most sustainable routine for our mental and physical well-being to prevent burnout. That one never gets easier to say, as I've experienced it already once. Yep, I'm burnt out. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been posting in a while. I know it happens to the best of us, but please try avoiding it by giving yourself enough time away from work. I think when it comes to happiness, a lot of it comes from gratitude. These everyday moments that we have in possession are very easily taken for granted. And sometimes we need to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Having a roof over our head, the fact that we have the opportunity to work, to have an education, to have a supportive family, or to be able to wake up every day and feel healthy. I sometimes still forget that the life we have here is actually far more fortunate than we actually think, because I'm in a position to do anything with my life. And so I try to be grateful for the life I have, because somewhere out there in the world, there are millions who would switch position with us in a split second. Alright, to brighten up the mood, next up is relationships. No, not just these ones. I'm talking the relationships with the people you surround yourself with, aka your close friends and your family. Without committing time into this, it feels like you have everything being indulged in your work, but nothing at the same time. I'm not gonna lie, I've also spent less time with my family recently, just because I've been busy with YouTube and just feeling stressed, but it's no real excuse. It was really nice talking to them again after having a nice dinner, but it made me realize that I missed this side of the relationship and made me realize how important it really is to connect with your family and your friends. Please do not neglect these kind of relationships, because at the end of the day, these people are the ones that support you and your decisions, so spend quality time. Go out to have dinner, conversate more, and make the effort to maintain this relationship. Now this next one is still something I struggle to this day because of the high expectation I put on myself, but it's the opposite of taking things for granted. When we're so caught up in our craft and grind on a goal, we feel as though that what we are doing now is never enough and feel as though we're just unsuccessful. But we sometimes forget that we are in the process of what we used to dream to be doing. So give yourself some credit and be proud of your work. You're doing great, and remember how far you have come with this journey. And though our progress in life is never always really linear, our life has a general curve similar to this. We realize that we've had gradual success with a couple of hips and dips throughout the journey. So embrace the imperfect journey, don't be too hard on yourself, and understand that everything is a work in progress. Now, without this last point, the whole concept of happiness cannot be truly grasped and understood. Being happy is an emotion. We also have other emotions too. Sadness, grief, anger, disappointment, and fear, to name a few. Emotions are what we feel on a day-to-day basis, and hence, both positive and negative emotions must coexist with each other. We can't have just one without the rest of the gang. Happiness is a correlation to positive emotions and ultimately a fulfilling life. However, I think it's important to really understand that we can't always be happy all the time, and that's okay. I think removing the expectation to always be happy all the time allows us to really experience any other emotion that we feel and move from it eventually. Because with all things in life, everything is temporary. Even this video, it's gonna end at some point. Even if you're feeling a bit down because the weather ain't hitting right, or you've had the roughest breakup and it hurts so much as if your heart is gonna split in two. There'll be a period in our life where one emotion weighs more than the other, and that's completely normal. So instead of waiting for these negative emotions to just pass by, we should rather appreciate the life we have, because the truth is, the shitty situation you're in won't instantly change, but our perspective and mindset can instead. And like I said before, these emotions won't latch on to you forever, so whether that's positive or negative, life eventually moves on. And life will sort itself out again. I guess it did work out after all. What a view. Janet. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. Let's go.